Hey guys, what's going on? It is Dylan, and today I'm going to be doing basically a full review and showcase of the Wolverine film to digital movie maker. And what this thing does is it digitizes 8mm and Super 8 film. So basically what you have is this machine here, and you load up your 8mm or Super 8 film on this side, and this will collect it just like the old players and movie projectors did. And on the opposite side here, you actually have a place where you can put an SD card in, and you hit record on the front of this, and basically what happens is it scans your film frame by frame and stitches it together, which is what makes a moving picture a moving picture. That's nothing new, but it does it for you. And then when you take the SD card out and pop it in, you have an MP4 file, which is a movie that you just digitized. You just took your physical 8mm or Super 8 film and you made a digital movie file of it. So then from that point, you can obviously burn it on a DVD. You can upload it to YouTube, social media, whatever you want to do. So this thing is really cool. I've already converted probably 17, 18 reels of both Super 8 and just 8mm film. Now, real quick, before we get started and show you guys how to load this up and how to start it, the difference between 8mm and Super 8 film, how do you tell the difference? So basically what I've figured out already is that the diameter of your reel, the middle of it, that'll tell you whether it is Super 8 or 8mm. And another way to tell is by the actual holes in your film. So the first way to easily tell is if you pull out your film and you get to the part where you start seeing pictures, if there is one hole above, right in the center above each frame, then you know it is Super 8. Okay, and also the other way to tell, like I said with the diameter, if you try to put this on and it's loose and it needs this adapter to fit, that's how you know it is Super 8. Super 8 has a bigger diameter. So then at that point, if you're needing Super 8, you have to get this red plastic piece and you have to pop it on here. Then your Super 8 film reel will pop on there and fit. And then we can get to the part where you start feeding the film, which I will show you guys how to do now. So you may notice that when you go to load this film, it has some instructions here. Now there is a solid line across it, and there is a dotted line that goes across it. What you're going to want to do is whenever you're recording, when you're playing it, when your film goes from here to here, you're going to want to follow the solid line. And so basically you go under here, and then guys, just pull out some here. And this is what I found works best. You're going to slide this little latch over. There's a little tab, and you'll see that there's an arrow pointing left and it says open. You're going to click that, and this little door will pop up. And then there are these two white tabs here that you can see. And what you're going to need to do is you're going to need to make sure that you get your film underneath those tabs, okay? So I'm going to pop this in here. And on the left, I have the film under the left tab. And then on the right, I'm going to pop it till the film is under the right tab. So I don't know how well you guys can see that, but the film is under this white tab here on the left, and it's under this white tab here on the right. Now we can close our door, and now we just want to continue to follow the solid white line. So we're going to come back this way, then through that one, then underneath this last gray peg. And then for our wheel here that's going to collect the film, you're going to push it through there, and you're going to see this little part right here where you can kind of push that in and get it to bite. And then what I found that works best is if you'll just keep your finger on it and start rolling the wheel this way until it gives you a little bite. Now guess what, guys? We are ready to turn the machine on and start recording, start digitizing. Before you turn the machine on, make sure that you get an SD card and pop it inside of the SD card slot. Now we're going to hit the power button, which is on the far left. Has a little splash screen that says Wolverine. And then on the far right button, it says enter on the button and start stop below it. We're going to hit enter. And then you're going to see it comes up and says select film type, 8mm push lever to the left or Super 8 push lever to the right. Well, we know that we have Super 8 in this instance, so down here below we want to make sure we push it to the right for Super 8. Now that we're all set, we're going to hit the enter button again, and then it is going to start recording. Now, as you can see, it's clicking through frame by frame. Right down here we still have the white beginning part of the film starting, so we don't see any really pictures yet. But now you see that the film is starting to almost get to where the light hits it, and then you'll notice on the screen, now we have pictures that go frame by frame. So we're actually not watching this in real time. As you can see, there's like a jitter. What's going on is it's actually scanning each frame, and then whenever you take the SD card out and put it into the computer, it just plays a solid, smooth looking movie. And so there are places like stores like Walgreens and things like that that are now starting to digitize 8mm and Super 8 film for you. But the thing about it is you have to pay, I don't know how much it is, but it's considerably more expensive in the long run if you have a lot of these reels to convert for the price of this machine. And from what I've been told, and I can't verify this, guys, and I can't say that this is 100% correct, but what I've been told is at the stores, they actually basically just project it and they film what's being projected with the camera. That's how they're doing it. Again, I can't say that's 110% true, but that's what I've heard. And so if that is the case, this is obviously going to be a whole lot better quality because it's actually scanning each picture and making a moving picture file for you. So what I've come to find is a reel about this size, it comes out to be anywhere, the actual playable video is anywhere from 2.5 to 3 minutes long. But it takes about 28 to 30 minutes to go through this process. And so yeah, it does take some time, but if you're really wanting to get the best possible quality out of your digitalization, this is the way to go with a machine such as this. I'm going to go ahead and skip forward now, guys, to where this is done. And now, guys, we've got to the end of the tape. As you can see, the tape has come off this reel here, and you want to watch your screen up here, and whenever you start seeing nothing, you want to hit your enter button. So see, we're seeing nothing now, and then that will basically stop recording. Now what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to rewind your film. Now again, we're using Super 8 film here, so we're going to pop off our original reel that the tape needs to be rewound onto, and then we're going to pop this off that now has all the film on it, and you're going to turn it, and you're going to remove this red piece because this will just fit on here perfectly now. You get that on there. And then if you'll notice what I was talking about earlier, the two different lines, now for rewinding you're going to want to follow the dotted diagram for your film. So you're going to come under this one, and you do not have to lift this back up this time. You're just going to run it on top of it, and then as you can see from your line here, it's going to go under here and onto this one. Now this is where this gray piece is going to come in. You're going to need it to adapt from the 8mm to the Super 8. So you get that on there, and then you're going to want to again follow the dotted film diagram, follow that path, and then get your film to bite in this little slot here. Keep your finger on it and wind it up a little bit. And once you got it started, make sure it's under that and under this. But again, you don't have to go inside this part like you do when you're recording. Then you're going to hit the menu button, and you're going to go until you see rewind. Hit enter, then it'll tell you what to do, and we're all set. Then we hit enter, and then just like that, your film will be rewound. It is that simple. And we are just about done with the rewinding. You'll see what happens here. Film will just go off, and then now your film is completely rewound. You'll want to hit the power button, and then you can take your film off, and put it up. Now all that's left to do is pop your SD card out and transfer it to your computer. Then as you can see, we can double click on our file and click play. What you're seeing now, guys, is the actual film that we just digitized. This is the quality and this is how it comes out. It's pretty dang impressive for some footage that was shot back in the 60s on an old camera, right? So I would highly recommend this machine. It has been perfect for me. I have included the link down in the description. I bought it from Amazon. So if you're in the market for something like this to digitize your old Super 8 or 8mm film, this Wolverine machine here is pretty dang cool, guys. I just wanted to make a video to show how to use it, and hopefully I can help some people out that have been, you know, kind of in the market for something like this. And if you enjoyed this video, please be sure to smash that thumbs up button. Also, please be sure to subscribe, as I'll continue to have more unboxing, product testing, showcase, review, those type of videos all upcoming in the future, guys.